I am.
Wait, yeah, you're validated here. It's all good. Okay, let me just. Hey, yeah, going live here. So, new age travelers, welcome. So this is Ona Indigo, and I've got my friend Jill E.G. here,
Ooh, what's up? What's up?
and I'm here representing the music of No Accordion, and that's World Electronica is our passion. And what we do is we're celebrating diversity by amplifying extraordinary voices to create a deeper understanding and connection that promotes equal opportunity for all. We're using love to conquer our unwanted negative battles of the mind by supporting one another with passionate expression to share our authentic creation. So yeah, we're here to spark inquiry and raise awareness and encourage mindfulness. So today we have the first thing I want to do is encourage you all to please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And that's the best way to stay in touch with what's going on here. And then I also wanted to say that this is August. This is Summer Fun Month. This is about adventure. That song was in Italian. And the theme here is New Age Traveler. So I just wanted to welcome you officially. Jill E's coming from Canada. Can you just introduce yourself and just tell us a little bit about who you are?
Well, my name is Jilly G, also known as the mysterious, beautiful one to be. And I am a nutritionist, and I like to help people with their emotional trauma and their physical trauma. So it is a learning experience, a learning chapter where we are trying to understand people in the most authentic and sensitive way. Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks for joining us. That was a surprise. You swang into town about a week ago. And today we're going to talk about the song Tamborello, which is a song in Italian. So I'm just going to do a little translation at first. It's like, Mia madre mi disse, non devi giocare con gli zingari nel bosco. So it's my mother told me not to go and play with the gypsies in the woods. Ma il bosco era scuro, l'erba già verde. Lì viene Sally con un tamborello. But, the woods was dark and the grass was green. And Sally came there with a tambourine. And she just, she tempted me in. She tempted us in. And we joined and went off with the gypsies. And didn't listen to the mother. And I would say that the accordion is definitely symbolic of gypsies. When people see it, they think of Romany music, and they think of cultures that they come from. It seems to be a traditional instrument in a lot of different cultures. It's a portable acoustic keyboard. It's loud. It's easier to take on the road. And it's a musician's lifestyles are quite gypsy-like and travel around a lot too. So they can include the traveling lifestyle. Now, Jill, you've led quite a nomadic lifestyle over the years. Could you tell us why you enjoy this lifestyle and maybe highlight just a couple special moments?
I love this lifestyle, traveling around the world, meeting people, learning their culture, learning their history, learning their religion, their faith, their spirituality, their song, their food. Okay, and some of my favorite experiences are just sitting with people and really hearing the history of where they're from and what they're about internally, and just how they feel about who they are as they walk into life. It's my favorite part.
Excellent. Can you think of like one special moment that's maybe very particular to the fact that you are in this traveling nomadic lifestyle?
One moment exactly. I think it's
a little taste.
I think it's the part where when you're on the travel, when you're in the moment of getting from A to B and the in between of all those connections and communicating with those people and seeing what you're seeing as you've never seen it before.
Huh. All right, cool. So the next thing I wanted to talk about, because the word gypsy has a lot of different connotations to it, and we tend to think of it a lot to the Romani people, but this gypsy lifestyle, nomadic lifestyle, also exists in other more modern, recent communities. And the one that I'm the most familiar with is a community that we call the New Age Travelers. I've been involved with that probably since the 90s, living over in England. And these are nomads by choice, not by birth. And it's their own type of culture. Now, the one I'm the most familiar with is that was going on in Britain, and they were following the festival circuit. They were part of the Glastonbury Festival. In fact, Glastonbury Festival had its own field dedicated to the travelers. And these travelers in England at the time were allowed to camp on the roadside. Just a second, there's a little glitch here. This is called Do It On Your Own here, but it's still recording the audio. So this should come back on. We back in live. Here we are.
Back in live.
Back in live. Okay. So here we go. So I was just talking about New Age travelers and how I did know quite a few of them. And I met them especially on the festival circuit.
Yep.
And it was interesting because they were part of some of the first, a lot of the rave scenes, and a lot of the time when electronica was really breaking out for the first time in Europe. And there was some different laws that came into place, so all of a sudden certain rights were taken away, kind of similar to what happened here during 9/11 about 10 years later. And they started, all of a sudden the authorities had the right to come up and turn up at a party, and if you gathered more than 10 people, they could take confiscate your sound systems. And so it became also the thing of civil liberties and civil rights. I got to experience quite a lot of cool live-in vehicles. My favorite were the double-decker buses, where you kind of create your bedroom, living room upstairs, and then downstairs was more like your common kitchen area. And all of these ones in England, the live-in ones, had wood-burning stoves. And once again, just to make sure, they didn't really have any relationship to the Romani gypsies.
Right.
Now, quite a few of the travelers that I knew, the New Age travelers here in England, they moved to Spain eventually for better weather, and also because the authorities had looser regulations that allowed them to live the lifestyle that they wanted to live.
Right.
So, now, what have you heard that term, Jill? New Age traveler,
Yes, I have, and I feel as if though, I've been called that by younger generations, but by the older generations, like parents and grandparents, they would use, "Oh, you a gypsy girl, you always traveling all the time. What's up with that? How do you do what you do, and how do you go where you go, and how do you afford that?" Always those questions.
And do you see a connection between the electronic music festivals and this lifestyle of a New Age traveler?
Yeah, absolutely. The New Age travelers follow the music. They really do. It's a culture, and they love it, and they can't live without it, and what I've recognized in that.
Cool. Well, thanks for giving us some little heads up on your New Age traveler thing. Now what I'm going to do is actually take this song, Tamborello, which is written in Italian, and it's a bit of a sing-along, too. I'm going to play you, Jill, my own little live session just for you, live show for you. We're going to switch to the wider view, and I'm going to get my accordion out and play an acoustic version of this song, and then we'll listen to the electronic version of this song.
Here we go.
Oh, so what we're going to do first, here, let me have this. I'm going to actually take this mic. We're going to do this all proper with the mic here. I did start rehearsing on this accordion earlier on, and I gotta say, this thing weighs a lot, and I'm definitely not out of shape when it comes to the accordion stuff. Here, okay, we ready for some accordion here?
We are ready. We are ready.
Can I serenade you?
Look how pretty it is.
It is. I mean, that is one thing. It is pretty. It's very pretty.
Wow.
But it's a little heavy. Oh, so we need to practice first, Jill.
Yes.
So we go, practice with me the rolling of the R's. Tamborello.
Tamborello.
No, try that. Not quite. Let's work on it a bit. Kind of. So the tongue is kind of like, I want you all to practice this right now.
This is hard.
You gotta, it's like, it should be vibrating in the back of your mouth. And I know it takes time, and you don't speak Italian, do you?
No.
So I had to learn how to roll my R's, but this song is really fun to Tamborello, Tamborello. So even if you can't roll your R's, that's okay. But you can still sing along when I get to the Torellos.
Right. But I did live in Italia. I was
you
an
did?
exchange student, still traveling gypsy.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that aspect. How cool is that?
It was so cool.
I forgot that you had the Italian experience.
So
Excellent.
Just a little bit of Italian.
Excellent. Okay, excellent. I love it. All right, so here we go.
Here we go with.
Oh, let me put some. I want to put some reverb. Reverb. Reverb on the vocal.
Hey. Yeah, I like that.
Oh, you want to do like?
I want to do it again with the R's, though.
Oh, cause you speak. Do you speak some Italian?
Oh, just no. Hey, I done some pasta. Here she goes.
That's right. Bounce along, girl. Mia madre mi disse non devi giocare con i zingari nel bosco, ma il bosco era scuro, l'erba già verde, viene, salì con un tamburello. Here we go. Tamburello, tamburello, un tamburello viene, salì con un tamburello. Mia madre mi disse non devi giocare con i zingari nel bosco, ma il bosco era scuro, l'erba già verde, viene, salì con un tamburello. Tamburello, tamburello, un tamburello viene, salì con un tamburello.
Thank you. Girl. Woo.
Well, let's
Look
turn
at
that
you.
echo off. All right. So, do tell, Miss Jill.
I gotta be honest.
How
always.
was that?
That gave me chills of just romance and loveliness and loveliness is the word. It was phenomenal to see you. You took me to another country. It was beautiful. Thank you. Miss Talented, look at you, girl.
It's
Amazing.
fun to do the live. It's been a long time. So nice to have a live person to actually work with.
Perfect.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to bounce. And I'm going to cut this down a bit so everybody can see us bounce. And we're going to listen to the electronic. Can we see? Oh, yeah, now you see.
Woo. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're going to listen to the electronic version. All right, here we go. You ready? And you can sing along too if you want.
Okay. Let's do it.
Mia madre mi disse non devi giocare con gli zingari nel bosco. Nel bosco era scuro, l'erba già verde viene, salì con un tamborello, 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 un tamborello viene, salì con un tamborello. Mia madre mi disse non devi giocare con gli zingari nel bosco. Ma il bosco era scuro, l'erba già verde viene, salì con un tamborello, 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 un tamborello viene, salì con un tamborello, 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 un tamborello viene, salì con un tamborello.
Okay, so now let's get serious about this.
Song.
So
What a
Jill,
perfect
yeah, I
song.
forgot about the Italian connection too. Perfect.
Wow.
So let's look up there, and can you tell me any last reflections about that song, or any words of wisdom you want to add
I
in
mean,
there?
I love Italian because, they're so passionate about what they're talking about. Whatever topic it is, it's just passion and lovely.
So you're saying you just love to hear the language.
I love to hear the language, but the language also describes emotion, and I love how it will pour it out of you, it'll give you goosebumps, it'll make you feel sexy, it can make you feel sad, it can make you feel inspired, it can make you feel, curious. So I really, really like Italian music for that.
Oh, I get it. I love singing in Italian. I definitely feel different when I speak Italian than when I speak English. I just become more expressive, more, almost like you said, more emotional. And since one thing I wanted to add is that you see here the trumpet. There's like amazing trumpet here. Danny Cow, local artist, added the trumpet parts. I wanted to give him a thumbs up. So a thumbs up to that amazing trumpet player. And then Jill.
Yes.
Can you give us like any last just a word of wisdom, possibly? What do you?
A word of wisdom. Mine would be at this moment in life is do not let the fear control and just celebrate in love and joy.
Wonderful message. Well, thank you so much for joining, Jill.
Thank you,
I want to
Ona.
encourage you all to subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's called World Electronic and Music. It's easy to find it on all my socials. And next week, we're going to be looking at a track called Mars, and that features distorted accordion solo. Pretty unique there. So, goodbye for now.
See you later.
Until the next time, practice rolling your R's is what I think.
Yeah, practice
That feels good. It feels real good.
But I'll practicing.